Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Best of Nothing podcast. I am your host, Sir Chandarius, as always. To my left, we have.
Hello, bitches. It's your boy Red.
Next, we have.
Greetings, it is I, Count Snowy.
And last but not
And
least.
the true king of nothing. Boom.
All right, we have quite a few things to talk about this week. First off, I'm going to just take the reins of the podcast to talk about Jesus Christ, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is fucking amazing.
I thought we were going to start with Tumblr.
Shut up.
Hmm.
We're not
I'd be
talking,
lying to
we're
you
not
if I
talking about
said
that yet.
I'd be lying to you if I said I knew anything about Hyrule or anything about the Zelda games. Never played one.
Yeah, but you're a Pokemon master, so you're still a Nintendo kid.
I'll give
I
you
grew up
that.
with most of it.
Yeah. Like, Red, didn't you just tell me recently, actually, yeah, I'll talk about Calamity later. I want you to tell me and talk about, like, how you got to Elite Four status, because last time I checked, you were the Fire Leader, Jim.
All right, so with my group, we have a gym leader group set up where basically you can challenge us at any given point. More specifically, since there's 8 of us, we do a duo typing since there are 16 types. Every once in a while, we host tournaments to see between the gym leaders who get to rotate out to the Elite Four members. I am the second Elite Four member, so I'm the second to last one you deal with. Within that status, I also means I'm in charge of training new gym leaders if for any reason previous ones have to kind of branch out due to life or whatever shit happens. Basically, due to the fact your boy is ranked top 500 internationally on Pokemon, I have a lot of free time to kind of do some wacky fucking strats I enjoy doing. Although, me personally, I think hitting them as hard as you fucking can, as fast as you can, is a very viable strat.
Yeah, don't
Assuming,
I know it? I am
but
actually, if Red is the player character in Sword and Shield, I'm his Hop.
yes, he's my living punching bag.
I'm
Nice.
literally Red's Hop right now, and I've gotten into the competitive circuit in Pokemon. I said I never would because I don't like it. I like playing Pokemon to play Pokemon, but I enjoy it because I've actually gotten to the point where I've beaten 2 of Red's Pokemon. That's not. I know it doesn't sound like much, but considering he's ranked top 500, I consider that a back when I couldn't even touch any of his Pokemon. I consider that I'm making progress.
Improvement. I also offer coaching services to people looking to get in a competitive scene.
He also sells shinies, people. This guy sells shinies. I'll have him linked in the description of this one.
It's so shiny.
Yeah, your boy's been shiny hunting for about 14 years at this point, and so I have quite the mass collection. Anyhow, I'll post that to you right after this.
Just later,
Exactly.
Doesn't even have to be tonight. Moving on.
Yeah, but
And then we've got shiny Smeagol over there, Snow.
I've been dying to get myself a Kyogre, like especially a shiny. That'd be amazing.
Oh my god,
Shiny legendary hunting is so fucking ridiculous in my opinion. Like, I get the want for shiny legendaries, but that takes so fucking long. It's just like, okay, so I watched a video, I forget by who. It might have been Pokemon Challenges. I don't think it was, but someone did a thing where it's like you can only catch the Pokemon if it's shiny. And I looked at that challenge and I'm like, I don't have that kind of patience. And
oh, you ready?
like, I looked at his stream VOD and it's just like, this guy was playing for almost like 48 hours one day just looking for a shiny.
I think I know which video you're talking about. And the funniest thing is the longest shiny I ever grinded for was back when I was younger, was a shiny Charmander. I shiny hunted for 4 straight years. Now, while that sounds like a shit ton of time, in all honesty, it was over the summers of those 4 years. I was back in elementary going to middle school. But I started doing a numerical value for each Charmander that hatched so I can keep track of how many I've hatched. And this was after me doing it for already 3 months, so there's a ton out of it. but from what I recall, I ended roughly around the 20,000s region. Mind you, the shiny chance in Diamond and Pearl, which is when I did it, was roughly about 1 in 8,500 something. So the odds were heavily out of my favor to not find at least 2, maybe even 3 within that threshold. Fastest though, honestly, was when I was shiny hunting for a Thievel, and I found one in under 20 minutes. That was a god.
forgot to start the timer. God dang.
Don't worry about it, my guy. Although the funniest shiny incident I've ever had was when I got my first shiny Eevee, and I was going to evolve into an Umbreon. And I was playing it on my 3DS on Sword and Shield on X and Y, and I remember going to the movie theaters with my mother. And within the span of that 30-minute drive, I found a shiny Trevenant and a shiny Graveler completely by accident in 30 fucking minutes.
Damn.
However, where I found the shiny Trevenant was by a mossy rock, and if EV levels up near said rock, it evolves into a Leafeon. I wanted an Umbreon, so
Oh
I bit the
no.
bullet, and I sacrificed 2 shinies to get an Umbreon that to this day I still have with me in Sword and Shield, and I actually use competitively every once in a while if I feel like doing some stupid gimmick shit.
My I don't have her in Sword and Shield because
Not available.
Mighty Annas are not available in Sword and Shield. But I'll get her there one day if Mighty Anna ever comes in. Like if the next Pokemon game has Mighty Anna back, she's coming in. My first shiny was a Mighty Anna, my little golden girl, and I love her to death. Like I caught her right outside of Fortree City in Hoenn region. After Winona's gym, I was looking for an Absol, oddly enough, and I saw a shiny Mighty Anna, and I lost my shit because it was my first one. And the thing is, I love Mighty Anna. I always get a Poochyena when I start Hoenn. I always, mainly because I just like a solid Dark type early on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because how I play Pokemon, I'm always just like, I love it when a Pokemon evolves. It's such a hit of dopamine that I just lose my mind. You know what I mean? Like especially back in Hoenn, because now it's really super easy to evolve Pokemon. So it's like it kind of loses its luster. But back in Hoenn, working my ass off to get a Trap Inch to level 30, it was either level 42 or 36 to get my hands on a Flygon. That's
Oh my
such
god.
a big hit of just like, yes, I did it. You know what I mean? Like
That makes
I
sense.
have a Dragon type now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, makes
Like
sense. Yeah.
the first when
Makes
I got a Walrein, I was just like, who's gonna stop me now? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you don't get that with new Pokemon games because it's just like XP candy, and it's just like, yep, there it is.
Yeah.
Although I will say this,
Mhm.
the base 100 attack stat that Trapinch has, which is absolutely insane, that shit's a goddamn lie. That shit is a fucking lie. That thing should have insane amount of attack, yet for some reason it doesn't give the enemy to be more scared of it than a goddamn foreskin massager. All right, I'm pretty sure you could use its teeth as a goddamn back scratcher. And yet somehow it's supposed to have this astounding attack, and it's so fucking slow to make it so it doesn't die to everything. You have to switch train that bitch until it outlevels them by like 20 goddamn levels so it can
How do you
survive.
think I felt until I got a Vibrava? Vibravian? What was it?
Vibrava.
Vibrava. How do you think I
Vibrava.
felt until I got my Vibrava? And I'm like, thank God. You know what I mean? Like, it actually
Yeah.
does stuff now.
Oh yeah, honestly though, Flygon, hella disappointing. The only time it's ever good is with Earthquake because of stab shit. Outside of that, Flygon, send out that Pokemon, and I just get hit with a sense of, what the fuck do I do with this?
Well,
I'm pretty
the
sure
reason the
Silly
reason
String can do
why
more damage than this thing.
the reason why I wanted a Flygon so bad is because my sister got me a Flygon plush from a school like fair, and I thought it was like the cutest thing ever. And when my sister told me it was a Pokemon, I'm like, this is a new Pokemon because I didn't have a lot of the games growing up because I didn't have a DS or you know what I mean. So I had just my Game Boy, and tracking down Game Boy Pokemon games is hard in Appleton because we don't have that many game stores around here. You know what I mean? I mean, we have GameStop, but you know what I mean. Like people hold on to their Pokemon games.
Speaking of games hard to get, the hardest thing to get my hands on in recent years was a Pokemon Soul Silver Heart Gold. Holy fucking shit. To find that stuff, I kid you not, takes an act of Congress. I
There
just
is
happened.
a game shop down the road from my house. I don't mean to interrupt, but just to talk about hard to find games. They have a copy of Sapphire in box.
That shit sells for fat cash.
I know. Like in box and everything. And what sucks is that I gave my copy of Sapphire to my sister because she also loves Pokemon like I do. And when she left home, she took the purple Game Boy with her, and I kept my SP because that was given to me. But
Mhm.
she doesn't know where that copy is, so that made me
Yikes.
mad. But I've been looking for a new copy of Sapphire, but that's the only copy I've seen. But I'm not gonna open up. I don't want to open up an inbox copy of Sapphire. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like that
Oh, that's
that would
completely fair.
kill me if I try to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I totally agree. Like to find Heart Gold and Soul Silver out here in Utah, me and my best friend spent fuck, I don't know, like 4 months scouring the internet trying to find it. Then on one happy little day, I just happened to go to GameStop to pick up, I don't even know what it was. I think it was like a card for my brother. And I saw them both right goddamn there. And so I immediately bought them both for way more money than you should ever buy a Pokemon game for. But hey, I got them. And it was so funny because as I was checking out, the teller, the cashier, the guy was telling me how just an hour prior to me arriving, some person called to see if they still had it. However, they never asked them to put it on hold. So
Idiot.
some poor bastard is going to be showing up after me to find out I just bought that shit and be so upset. But I have both those copies now, and I'm actually doing a bit of a playthrough to them because that shit's nostalgic as shit. But oh my god, finding it seriously was such the biggest pain in the ass in the world. Because other than that, the only other place I could locate it was to purchase one, have it delivered to Walmart, and then I go pick it up. But they were gonna charge $400 fucking dollars.
Wow.
I ain't
What the
about to spend
fuck?
as much. Yeah, it was gonna be in the box with the stupid Poke Walker that came with it when it first released. They'd have it shipped it there from God knows where, and I'd go and pick it up. I was not about to drop $400 for a Heart Gold or Soul Silver, especially since part of the fun of buying pre-owned Pokemon games, you never know what the last person did.
Who's ever typing? Can they please like?
That'd be the boom.
Sorry, but life goes on
Eh,
sometimes, especially when I know nothing about Pokemon.
fair, I suppose. Anyways, we'll talk about this a little longer, then we'll switch topics.
But that's basically where all I have left on that.
That is incredible. Anyways, to get back to my topic. So, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. I almost cried playing that game. Like, I was tearing up. I thought I was about to cry. Because, as a lot of people know, in Breath of the Wild, all the champions are dead, right? They all got trapped inside their divine beasts, and they were killed by Ganon. And seeing some of these cutscenes where the characters are just interacting with each other, it hurts. Like like when Urbosa is just talking to Zelda, and because Urbosa and Zelda's mom were like really really close, and it's just like hearing Urbosa call Zelda little bird, and just seeing how close they are together. I almost started crying because I was like, oh god. Because I don't think I'm ready to watch any of them die. You know what I mean?
That's
Because
fair.
that's the problem with this game. We all know how it's gonna end, unless it's like an AU. But Nintendo wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've never known Nintendo to actually make alternate universes.
No, that's completely fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't help that Out of the Champions, Urbosa's my favorite, but like okay, here's my hot take. I love all the champions. I think Urbosa's the coolest though,
Yeah.
and I want what?
wait,
I do like
sorry,
Urbosa.
That was a joke.
He's a fan
Hey
of the
Isabella, how
Amazon.
you doing?
He says it's a joke, but then really means it.
You guys know
Yeah.
you guys know I'm into tall girls.
He'd
I
be
also
sitting
like
there
tall
with his body pillow of her.
Aw.
It'd be bigger than my fucking bed, Red.
You know, if I
And
may jump in. Oh, yeah, and
It's like those Monster Musume pillows. Like the Mio one is like I think it's like 20 feet long.
I would pay $200 for one of those if someone could get it for me.
It's like $300. I think they also made a Tionisha body pillow,
$250.
and that one is actually the size of a mattress.
I will haggle. But also that is funny.
we'll
Mm.
haggle.
I will haggle. $250.
It's
But
a
yeah.
body pillow the size of a mattress, and I'm like, oh my god, look at this
Mm.
fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Funniest
What if
thing
you
is,
just use it as a mattress?
Because it's still a pillow.
no. Here's the funny thing: someone has fucked that thing enough to make it stand up on its own.
That's I'm not gonna deny
I
that.
think it's too big
I'd
for
argue
that.
it.
I mean, sure, with a normal body pillow you could probably do that, but like with one of the Monster Musume ones, I think there's actually too much pillow.
Bets.
But it's more to cuddle. That's the thing.
Yeah. Here's the thing about
All
body
for-
pillow I never understood. How are you gonna like just straight excuse me. How are you gonna just straight up stick your dick in the body pillow that you're gonna like, because like I just don't get it.
All right, allow me to explain how my
Red,
buddy.
don't yeah, I know where you're going with this. I'm not getting Isabella again.
I was just gonna say I know that some people can get creative. That's all I was
Also,
gonna
I
say.
have to. My friend at work at my new job has told me it's just Isabel, not Isabella. So,
Anyhow, the way you do it, you stick a. There you go.
Hey.
thank you,
There you go.
Isabel.
Yeah. So she's no longer Italian. Isabella.
Isabella.
Yeah,
Ah,
well, the reason I always called it
Thank you.
Isabella is because I have a cousin named Isabella.
That's fair.
So
Hmm.
when I saw the name, it just autocorrected, and I've been calling her that this entire time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have
Mm,
immense disappointment, but
hmm.
in Red,
And
but
Red,
at the
you
same
sound like you're
time,
speaking from experience there, bud.
No, never.
Mhm.
Okay, so you remember my buddy Jesus? He did Fantasy Zone with us last round,
Oh
right?
no, where is this going?
Who do you think I got that from?
Oh God! Of
Had
course
a
it's
body
that.
pillow
Nice.
Of course it's that fucking jackass.
Yes, the
Hmm.
thick Mexican man himself had provided me
Thick
the
boy.
information.
I.
Now, whether or not he's
You
done
must
it
be
to his own body
stopped!
pillows, I do not
Never.
know. All I know is I ain't coming within 10 feet of that shit.
Have I ever
Like, if you
told
go to
you?
your friend's house,
Have I ever
and
told
you
you
see him,
about my friend who has an unhealthy obsession with Hatsune Miku?
I'm a little concerned.
So I have two friends, right? One of them
Go on.
is a fan of Vocaloids, and he is an actually okay fan. He just likes the
Yeah.
Vocaloids. He likes how they look. He finds their music cute. You know what I mean? He's an okay
Alright,
fan,
yeah.
a proper fan. That's how you be
That's
a
a normal
Vocaloid
person.
fan, a normal person who happens to like Vocaloids. I had another friend, keyword had,
Ah.
because I dropped contact with this guy just
Ooh.
because he was a fucking creepy motherfucker. And
Uh-huh.
so I was at his house one time, right? And we're just hanging out, we're playing video games. And he's like, "Hey, dude, I want to show you something." And I'm like, "Oh boy, what is
Okay.
this?
Oh,
What is this
no.
gonna be?" Now, initially, I thought it was like, because his family goes to Japan every now and then. You know what I mean? So I'm like, "Oh, does he
Mm.
have some cool stuff from Japan?" And he
Oh,
takes me into this adjacent room that's connected to his room. I thought it was like a bathroom or something.
oh no.
Mm.
It was an entire room with, I shit you not, an actual Japanese style shrine to Hatsune Miku in there.
Nice.
He also had a life-sized real doll of Hatsune Miku.
Hmm.
And that was the day
Won't be
I
surprised.
stopped being friends with this guy.
I mean, to be honest, if you walk into anyone's home and they have a shrine like that of anything,
Run.
essentially, yes. Just like I said, if you have a friend that you know likes anime and you happen to walk in their house and they have an anime girl body pillow, do yourself a favor. Don't touch that shit. You don't know where that poor
Don't
pillow has
touch it.
gone through. Now, if you start smelling something, run.
That's what you, yeah.
Oh,
So-
God. Why are people so fucking creepy?
Because
It's,
people are creepy.
Like, here's the thing.
Yep.
Here's the thing about
Just
my
look
Looks
deal
at
in
with
me.
mirror? I don't know.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about me with Urbosa, right? And me with just anime girls in
Mhm.
general. I know they're fake, so I don't go lusting
Yeah.
after anime girls. You know what I mean? I talked about this in I talked to you guys about this when we were playing League one day, right?
Mm.
I'm done lusting after fake women, after fake things. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking for a real person to have an actual relationship with.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like as much as I understand that they're not real, it's still like, yeah, she's pretty. You know what I mean?
That actually reminds me of something that Japan decided to come out with.
Red,
Okay.
you're scaring me.
I know who you're talking about. I'll
Nothing
just sit back and get the
ever
popcorn.
good comes out of Japan. Just thought of something.
So what they came
get the
out
popcorn.
with is for lonely ass guys. Basically, you know
No.
how Alexa is, right?
No.
But instead of just being a blank ass tower, you got yourself a little anime girl that just chills in there, and wherever you go, if you like call out to it by their name, the anime girl will pop up in like different rooms with you. And the thing is, they show her like sleeping there, talking to you, asking like, "Honey, how's your day?" Yada yada yada, shit like that.
That's
And
adorable.
apparently,
adorable.
they are working towards connecting that with a VR set, and
Okay.
we all know what that leads to.
Not as cute, but still. I think the whole like calling out to an anime girl to be like, "Hi, how you doing, honey?" I think that's adorable, personally.
I am
Ooh, that's
cringing to death over here.
Why?
They thought, like, don't get me wrong. If the idea wasn't dedicated, if the idea didn't originate from lonely ass guys who love anime bitches,
Mhm.
I think it'd be a great ass cool fucking idea.
It's a
problem
cool
is,
idea. It's
that's
just
where
that
it originated from.
ah, God. Like, it's a cool idea. And don't get me wrong. Don't you think I would love to hang out with one of the characters that are voiced by Matt Mercer or something? But no, I'm sitting here and I'm just God. Why? Oh, hey, Cletus.
Yeah,
What's
he
up?
said he'll be stopping by and shit.
Yeah,
This
I
is
just
chill.
wanted some background noise in here. What's up?
Cletus, please introduce yourself to the podcast.
Hi everyone, I am Cletus. That's it.
Okay. Surprise guest,
what else
Cletus.
to say?
Okay. We're talking. Oh
All-
shit, we got the whole crew here today.
Basically.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
All I can really say is the only thing that this brings to mind is Lapis.
Hold the fuck up.
Boom!
Hold
You
the
need
fuck up.
to tread carefully
Oh,
right
no.
now.
You mean as
Can
in
we
Lapis
talk
Lazuli?
about where lonely ass guys with anime bitch Alexis came to you mentioning Lapis? Look,
Lazuli?
sirens are going off right
Yes,
now, my
you
God.
need to be very careful with your next words, Boom.
You remember what I said, right?
I swear to
Hold
God,
on.
if you say that on the podcast right now, there is not
Do
a
it.
God alive that will protect
Do
you
it.
from what I will throw at you in dinosaurs.
Do it.
Throw me.
Do it. Do
Anyway.
it.
Oh, I want to say it so bad. Can I type it? That way no
No.
one sees it.
No.
And wait.
I
Jen,
will. If I
how
see
about
it,
you- how about
I
you
will
deafen
throw
yourself
it
for a
at
second?
you.
Just deafen yourself for a second, all right, buddy?
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. If you're gonna imply, Isabel, get ready. If you're gonna imply, fucking,
Hold up. Wait.
That
Wait.
is not
What
at
the
all
fuck?
it.
Like
Okay,
Jan
where
what?
that's where it was going.
I'm
No.
curious.
What? No.
Okay
Let's let
then.
the man speak.
Probably
I'm
not.
curious.
The horse.
Horse.
Where's my book? Where's my book?
Which story
That's
he's
not
talking about.
underage. No, it's not.
That's true.
What about a goddamn horse? What am I missing here? Is there some goddamn conversation I'm missing out here? Or are we? Oh,
I
what?
said this directly to your
no.
face in Fantasy Zone, Red.
Oh, that.
Bro, I've
Yeah,
had a few
Tex, you
concussions.
better
I
watch
kind of
yourself.
need you to point out specifically. Okay.
Red, remember the horse thing?
What, you talking about the
Hmm.
horse cock song?
Yay!
Someone's
I'm
gonna have to tell
I'm
him
going
if
through
if he's
I'm
gonna
going through the
clue
book
this.
right now.
I didn't say it.
Honestly, you know what? Go ahead.
I didn't say it.
He didn't. Technically, he didn't.
I'm going through the book right fucking now.
It's on the record.
definitely
Be lucky it's not the desk.
Mm.
Anyhow, since we somehow magically wandered our happy ass in the D&D and shit, I noticed Snow posted a potential topic of funniest thing you saw in the session / favorite story
This
to
one.
tell.
Funny
Snow, would you
things
like
with
to start
sessions.
off?
Yeah.
Okay, so funniest
I
thing.
would.
Okay, what's the topic?
Okay, so the topic is all right. What's the? Oh, go ahead. You can, Red, if you wanted to say something.
Oh, you go, my guy. You're the one that's posting the idea.
Awesome. So, Jan, let me ask you something. Do you want one that's kind of all right, or do you want my favorite story?
What's the story though? No one's told me yet. No, what's the
About
topic? No one's
D&D.
told me.
D&D
Oh,
stories.
the funniest thing.
Okay,
you saw
I'm
in
going.
the
for-
I'm
session
going
or
first.
favorite
I'm
story to
going
tell.
first. I'm going first.
Fair enough.
All right.
So,
That's fair enough.
funniest thing I've ever seen in a session. This is not necessarily the funniest thing, but it's the most impressed I've ever been with a character coming up with something on the spot.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Was
this
it my Google remark?
no.
Oh.
So what is it, Jan?
Aw.
So this was back way back when. This was probably like my third or fourth time ever DMing, so I was still like new, and I was playing an IRL game with not. I was just playing with people with real life. It wasn't like Discord D&D. So we were sitting at the table and we were playing my first ever homebrew campaign. It didn't have a name. I was just flying by the seat of my pants as I was making it. I wasn't making up as I was going along, but after I made it, I didn't really give it a name. It was just my first homebrew. You know what I mean? Which technically, I guess that was the start of FC. Because after I learned that homebrewing was a thing, I started working FC. You know, FC1.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hmm,
back
that's cool.
then it was just called Fantasy Zone before I realized that Sega owned that name, so I had to start adding numbers.
Touche.
Yeah. Anyways, so I was playing a game and my adventurers had to get this key to get into this dungeon where this dragon's this dragon was basically holding on to another key that they need to get into a castle that the BBG was hiding in. You know what I mean? So basically, get this key to get into a dungeon to get the actual key to get to the final boss. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was my first time. It was my first time homebrewing. It was very contrived. Anyways, so this orc war chief has it. You know what I mean? He has a large army. He has a large crew, and he's holed up in basically this jarldom that he stole away from a jarl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as they are walking into the camp, they actually manage to do a couple of successful charisma checks in order to trick the orcs into getting in. You know what I mean? Basically saying they have a big gift for the boss, but after they get in, they tell them that they want the key. You know what I mean? So basically, the orc war chief tells them that if they can kill him in the art of like martial combat in the arena, he'll give them the key because the key has since become an heirloom for the war chief to have and possess because the key looked like a giant mace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're fighting in the arena, and this is a long fight because we're close to the end of the campaign. The levels were around the party levels were in between 6 to 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me set the stage for you. There's 5 players, right? There's a halfling warlock, a dwarf marksman. Granted, he was more of a demolitions expert because he had a bunch of gunpowder barrels on him. You know what I mean? We had a barbarian. He was actually an orc barbarian, so he fit right in here. We had a girl who was a sorcerer, but she was more of a blood mage, right?
Yeah.
And then that's for the last one was. Oh God, who was the last? This was years ago. I more or less remember the events of what happened next rather than everyone who was there. I can't remember who the last one was, but So basically, let me set this up. Warlock was getting his ass beat. He was pretty much almost bleeding out.
Yeah.
Our dwarf was trying to choke an orc out for breaking his gun, so he was distracted. Um, the barbarian was having a power struggle with the orc's right hand bodyguard, and the blood mage is restrained by another orc, so she's pretty much fucked. You know what I mean? So, can you spell fucked?
F-U-C-K-E-D.
So this looked like a party wipe because quite a few people were low. Our warlock was out of spell slots, and oh right, we had a rogue. That was our last one. There were tiefling rogue. I'm sorry. I remember because he was just hiding behind he was just not behind, but he was hiding under a corpse. Anyways, so it turns to the sorceress's turn, right? And I say, okay, it's your turn. I'm not going to say names to protect the innocent. And she looks at me because she's restrained, and I say, okay, you need to do a strength check to break out of it. And she just looks at me, and I'll never forget what she said verbatim. She turns to me, looks me dead in my eyes, and says, "Am I on my period?"
Oh.
Okay.
Now, here's where the initial confusion came from. I asked, I don't know, are you? Do you need a minute? And then she says, no, dumbass, is my character on her period? And that's when it hit me. She's trying to use her own fucking blood because her arms are restrained. And I looked at her and I said, roll Constitution?
Neato.
4 plus 4 is an 8, so I said, sure? And so, yes, she shot a blood spear out of her vagina and killed the orc war chief.
That's some quick ass thinking. I'm not gonna lie. Holy
I
shit.
was so impressed with how she thought and thought around it, because who am I to say whether or not her character's on her period? The roll of dice said so.
That's
so
fair.
yes, she killed the orc war chief with a blood spear out of her vagina.
Nice.
Fucking
honestly,
legend.
That kind of makes me feel less bad about, I guess, concerned about talking about my story.
Yeah, it's not really the funniest, but it's the most impressed I've ever been with a player ever.
Well, so my favorite story has to do with my favorite character and the first character I made, which is a Drow war cleric named Vladimir Valafi of House Valafi.
All right.
And see, here's the thing though. If any of you are kind of curious, go search up on YouTube. Someone made a video about it because I posted on a Reddit. But it's called "How I Charmed a Doppelganger with Drow Sexiness."
Oh boy.
No.
All right.
Yes.
This is gonna be a good one.
I can give you the long and short of it to spare the
All
details.
right.
So the short version is that my character Vlad was traveling with a bunch of other adventurers who were asked by this organization run by Asimar and other celestial beings to basically help out some other creatures that were less fortunate and had bad reputations. But first, we had to go through some challenges, and the DM wanted my challenge to, I guess, psychologically scar my character, but Vlad is not that kind of person. Let's put it that way. So, all right.
All right.
So basically, to picture in your heads, you have my character Vlad, a 6'4" drow with a black and white hair split, that kind of stuff, and he's sitting in a 80 by 80 foot kind of room, standing on one end. On the other end is a doppelganger who looks exactly like him, and they both have been stripped of gear and weapons. In other words, buck naked.
All right.
And well, I asked my DM. So DM asked what I want to do, and well, at first, I had Vlad say all right, so here's how's it gonna go, pal. clearly you're also me, and I know I'm me, so you know everything I'm gonna do. So clearly I cannot defeat you whatsoever, no matter what I think of. And the other doppelganger was like, "Oh, what are you talking about? That's stupid." And I'm like, "Well, obviously one of us is the real one. So how about this? I'll give you a free shot, to prove that you're the real Vlad." And the other Vlad, the doppelganger, was just looking at me, just kind of confused. So at first I had my arm stretched out, and I looked at the DM. I said, "I have an idea." And the DM's like, "What?" I'm gonna have Vlad reach in and rub his nipples.
Rub the
As
nipples.
yes, basically what I was
What the
yes,
fuck were you
basically,
trying to accomplish with this?
to charm / stun the doppelganger so I could kill it
Okay.
using my own appeals. Because if basically the logic was if that doppelganger was Vlad as well, clearly they would they would also think like Vlad. Therefore, Vlad being a bit of a narcissist and a bit of a narcissist and like kind of feeling like he's rather very he's got a very dirty mind, so he thought they would work. And guess what? I rolled a nat 20 and it worked. The doppelganger was stunned, and I could
weird?
basically kill it. That's my favorite
that's an
story.
incredible
What's up?
story. But
Thank
you
you.
wanna know what's weird?
What?
I sort of just now realized that every D&D story that most D&D stories I've heard or even talk about, it's always like someone rolling a nat 20 and pulling some bullshit off.
I mean, my favorite story has nothing to do with the nat 20.
But in my opinion, I feel like more people need to tell stories about times they fucked up or times they pulled some bullshit without rolling a 20. You know what I mean? Because because as more and more I believe you, Snow, because I know you're not gonna lie or make shit up. But the more I hear about these nat 20 encounters, I sometimes have to take them with a grain of salt. I'm like, I wonder if that actually happened. I wonder if that roll actually happened. You know what I mean?
To be frank, I only rolled a 19, but
Well, no, I believe you that you rolled 20 there, but it's like it's just something I've noticed. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
yeah.
in order for me to believe your stories, you have to like talk to me about other times you fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
I'll come clean
Oh.
and talk about one time where I fucked up miserably. You know what I mean? And it was with my second player I ever played as, and I accidentally got someone killed.
Oh my.
It was an accident. We all agreed that was an accident, and we moved on. It was nobody's fault. It was an accident.
So, hope you don't mind if I just interject and quickly talk about my favorite story.
You're next. I just wanted to say that.
Of course.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
I gotta dip here shortly, and I'll return later.
All right, for the
However,
session?
yeah, I'll be back for the session. Not to worry.
Good.
I just might be a little late to it, but I'll be there. Anyhow, what was this?
Translation:
Also,
Red's girlfriend wants some.
Aw.
half right.
Called it. Get it.
Red also wants some.
All right,
Get out of here, you lady killer.
All right, so I want to hear the story.
Anyhow, so I'm gonna tell of a fantastic story of how a buddy of mine finally learned the importance of investigating a room before entering.
Is this one of my campaigns or?
No.
Okay, because that happened before in the first run, but yeah, continue.
So this buddy of mine, I'm not gonna say his name. I will just say his nickname though, because I hope to God if he ever sees this, he recognizes as Lechuga. All right.
Okay.
Now my boy Lechuga was playing, I believe, a bard. I could easily be mistaken. However, we were clearing out this dungeon. Things were going well. In fact, we were steamrolling everything in front of us. We're like, okay, this is being a little too easy. And at the time, my cousin was the DM, and he was relatively new at it, so he was inexperienced with this. Anyhow, so we get to the final room of the dungeon, and my buddy decides to just charge his happy ass in there, thinking, okay, not a big deal. We've been sweeping rooms. We don't have to worry about checking shit or anything. Sees a giant fucking fire in the middle of the empty ass room.
No.
Gives off major boss fight vibes.
Yeah.
So he
This is the Eldritch
decides.
Altar all over again.
Mhm.
Oh god, that deserves its own tale.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Boom. Anyway,
I know.
so he decides to, you know what? For the hell of it, I'm gonna piss on the fire. What could go wrong, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
You
My
told me a
DM
story. You
tells,
told me a story.
oh yeah. So my DM
Mm.
tells him, all right, roll for it. He rolls, succeeds to piss. So he proceeds to pee on the fire, and he's like, question, buddy, can you roll a constitution check for me real quick? And my buddy looks at him, he's like, hold up. Why do I need to roll a constitution check? No reason.
Hold on.
Just, you might want to roll it real quick, though.
Pro tip:
Rolls a
if the
nat
DM tells
1.
you to roll something and tells you no reason, you know you fucked up.
Mhm.
So what ended up happening is he rolls a nat 1, and what came bursting out of the fire was a giant fucking hellhound. All right, this was meant to be the big bad boss.
Hell
And
portals.
upon erupting from the fire and just engulfing everything around in flames, that unfortunately included Lechuga's dick. And he described it as seared off bacon. And so he rolled a nat 1 in Constitution. So he lost his dick, he got knocked unconscious, and he was the closest thing to a healer we had. And so we're trying to panically get him all together so we could use him. Finally,
Where's his dick? I can only find his balls.
So the way we improvised a
Blow the
tourniquet to
smell of
prevent
bacon.
him from burning out was we improvised him a loincloth and it just tied that shit around his waist as tight as we could. He then rolled a nat 20 to wake his ass up, basically. And my DM told him, all right, since you made the stupid ass play, you get to look stupid. Pretend like you're surprised you lost your dick. And he just went on this 10-minute tirade of how his dick was now gone. It's now like 20 feet across the room.
I
I love it.
kind
I
of
love it. I love it.
I like stories like that, but at the same time, like I don't appreciate it when a DM forces a character to think a certain way. Now, what I do in Dinosaurs of the Wild West, I'm not, I always say I imagine that's what your character is doing. I always let you guys actually say what's going through your character's head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But if it helps at all, this story does have somewhat of a happy ending. So,
You met a
what
girl that's into
happened
that?
is, oh no, not a girl. No, 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 no. That'd be too easy.
Ah.
So,
Yeah.
for some context, magic is illegal in this campaign just
Yeah.
because the government hates magic, whatnot. At one point, we
Yeah.
found a fucking unicorn, and my buddy who
Ooh.
was like a hunter
Oh
and tamed
my
it.
god! I can see where
We're
this is
like, all
going.
right, we have a plan, and it would actually benefit us if we're trying to get arrested. What's an easier way to getting arrested than having a magical dick? So, our buddy commanded the
Nice.
unicorn to basically anal pound the shit out of my buddy with its horn and break it off. So now it came out through where his dick was, and now he has a unicorn horn as a dick.
I was
Brilliant.
thinking, wouldn't it be hilarious if they just took the unicorn's horn and put it on his dick? I didn't want that to happen.
Brilliant.
And that is actually how we got arrested. Was him going on
Can you
a
imagine
very
the
terrible
type of?
tirade.
Can you imagine what kind of freak would come out of like a woman if that guy had a baby?
Oh, it gets even. And we did get arrested. I'm not going to see what he performed with said dick, but we did get arrested for having a magical boner.
Nice. The best kind of boner.
Jesus Christ! All right, Boom, you're up.
Anyway, lads, I got a dip. I will be back on
Alright.
shortly.
All right, see ya.
Nice. See you then. Peace.
Oh, it's a hard decision between the tank.
Oh, I'm honored. I'm honored, Boom.
The Germain special.
Ooh. I think I heard about that one.
Actually, both of those first two stories come from the same campaign.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't want to retell Barry again, just because it's been told so many times.
We've told the halitosis story before.
I was talking about the mounting, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Superman jump onto the back of a sled.
So I mean, or actually, never mind. Fisted by an angel.
Hmm.
Yep,
Nice.
we're going with that one.
What?
Yeah.
Do you not remember that?
Oh, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. All right, go right ahead. I can't wait to hear this story.
Yeah.
I am
So
gonna have a slice of pizza while I sit back and listen to this amazing story.
wasn't it
I might grab
Christmas
some
time?
food too.
It was.
Wasn't it Christmas time?
Well,
Yeah.
it was
So
becoming Christmas.
yeah, it was becoming Christmas time, and skeletons like to play this game called Spin the Wheel, which goes something like you place a bet on what you're going to spin for.
Do you want me to
With
explain?
one
Do you want me
catch.
to explain spin the wheel real quick, just so it's
Yeah, sure, if you want to
So
make it perfectly accurate.
spin the wheel works like this. There are a bunch. It's sort of like a roulette wheel in a casino. Basically, there's this large wheel that spins, kind of like Wheel of Fortune, and there are numbers all on the wheel. So as the wheel spins, you can place bets on those numbers. The less numbers on a wheel, the less payout you get if you fall on it. The more numbers on a wheel, the higher payout you get. You know what I mean? So you place your bet on a number, just like roulette, and then you get a payout based on the modifier that the wheel has. However, every number has a punishment according to that wheel. So if you miss a bet, something bad happens. You know what I mean? It could be anything from getting a whole bunch of ice water dumped onto you to an owlbear coming along and beating the crap out of you for a minute.
Mm.
Or upwards of you must divorce your wife, which that one
Mm.
has been removed.
Why was it removed? That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Because boom, everyone was too terrified to play spin the wheel after I told them that was a thing.
This yeah.
Anyways, so skeletons like to play spin the wheel because they're undead.
Mm.
It's hard for them to feel much of any pain with not being with being dead and all. But humans like to play spin the wheel because, well, look at how much money you can make. All right, boom, you may continue.
So we go in and we choose was it a medium-sized wheel? It was like 500.
You went with a medium-sized wheel with 500, yes.
Yeah.
That was the modifier.
And
The payout was times 500, whatever you put on the number if it landed on your wheel.
indeed. To which I spun the wheel and landed on get fisted by an angel.
As the heavens parted, an angel comes down to you, bearing the marks of God's holy court. As it comes down, you are struck in awe, and then the angel floats around to your backside and places a fist of holy energy right where the sun doesn't shine.
Holy hole damage.
Oh my god.
And I have a question. So Red was talking earlier about the fact that the King Marlin is an item in the transient box in Fantasy Zone.
Yeah.
Does that mean my lance is in the transient box?
Your gun lance?
Yes.
No, that's just a weapon type.
That was customized to all hell, including having a special ability made by Floressa.
Yeah, but it's not like that much of a laugh out loud item. You know what I mean? Like the King's Marlin there is because it's a rifle with a fucking marlin attached to it. It's funny. Your weapon
Yeah, but I thought
your
it was
weapon
also just cool items.
Well, no, I mean it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not memorable. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just another customized gun lance. You know what I mean? The transient box, he has to be something really special to go in there. You know what I mean?
That's oh.
Well, my Gan's in the transient box.
Oh, my get made it in?
Well, yeah. You brought the yellow dragons back from extinction. How am I not gonna put that in the box?
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, another wonderful story follows along the lines of
The cosmic giraffe.
the cosmic giraffe.
I forgot about the cosmic giraffe.
So Chan was doing rolling for
Give me-
encounters.
You gotta give me a minute. Oh no, not the cosmic giraffe. Okay. So
Would you like to regale the story?
I will love to regale the story to explain how some rolling happens in FC3. So
All
there
right.
is this move in FC3 called Cosmic. Basically, it takes the place of Wild Magic. You roll a 1d100, and every single one of those things has an event or number attached to it. Number 96 summons a creature from the cosmos, a friendly creature from the cosmos. Rolling a 6 summons a harmful creature from the cosmos. So I had to roll out of the 9 cosmic entities that can visit you in FC3. They rolled because I rolled a D10. They rolled a 4, which is the cosmic giraffe. Now, the cosmic giraffe comes down and it has one ability. It will grant you one wish. Any wish. It can be for
Per person.
anything. Per person.
Per
yes,
person.
per person. Boom, being an absolute mad lad, brought back a whole race back from extinction. He used his wish to summon up a yellow dragon egg. The reason he didn't get 2 is because there was a female dragon egg somewhere in the world. But there was no male yellow dragon eggs. So Boom went on a crusade to bring the species back to life.
Which unfortunately I was never able to complete.
We were never able to complete because we all drifted away from FC2, but now we've all drifted back together for FC3. I
Yeah,
just realized, did Snow die?
maybe.
Well, shit. Okay, I guess it's just a duo podcast now.
We can run with it.
We can work with this.
Because when it comes down to it, I'm the entertainment.
Eh.
That's the joke. I'm not the entertainment. That is truly the entire joke in that scenario.
Yep.
So, you know that I've done audio engineering for quite a long time, right?
Kind of. I'm not familiar with audio engineering. I just know that you've done it before.
Well, I've done it for over 5 years.
Damn.
So, I've kind of been looking at headphones again because mine have become somewhat raggedy.
Really?
I've had them for upwards of 3 years now. Which is kind of saying something that it took 3 years for them to get to this state. Like the headband is all stripped and the headphones, like the pads on the headphones are bare of their faux leather.
Jeez.
Exactly.
There.
So,
I had something stuck in my teeth. I was trying to get floss to get it out.
mm,
I hate it. I hate it when that happens. Like you're eating something and it just gets stuck in your fucking teeth.
hey, at least it's not something else getting stuck in your teeth.
Boom.
Hi, Isabel.
Do not do this. I'm gonna have to censor so much out of this podcast. I don't want to have to make more work for myself. Like I have to censor myself talking about Urbosa. Fuck.
You did it to yourself this time.
didn't even fucking realize. That's gonna sound really good on the podcast. I just listen to myself talking about fuck. Oh damn it! Oh god! Best of nothing.
It's the best of nothing.
Hey, let's talk about our sponsors today.
Let's talk about sponsors.
Okay, because we only have a half hour left in the podcast. Oh no.
Horrors. Oh wait.
Okay. What'd you just say?
I said, oh, horrors.
Whores?
No,
Did you say horrors or whores?
the first.
Okay. Anyways.
Although I do have a story about.
Thanks again, Isabel. It's not even like fucking. At this point, people are gonna be more annoyed with it than finding it funny, Boom. I'm just cutting that one out.
I mean, you were the one that said it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I still can cut this out. Anyways, back to it. Gotta talk about our sponsors today. This week we're sponsored by our local Pokemon centers, keeping Pokemon healthy and attentive in all your battling needs.
So, did Nurse Joy come up with that?
Actually, yes, she did. I was in the Unova region recently, and I got my ass handed to me by a roaming legendary. Then again, I was just starting out there, so I didn't have any of my good Pokemon. Of course, the Nurse Joy is nice enough to always hand out, always to give handouts, anyways. So yes, this week we're sponsored by Pokemon Centers. Use the code Best of Nothing to get a free night stay at your local Pokemon Center.
So, Red actually
Yeah,
brought
that's
up
part
then...
that's part of the reason that I had that one, because I thought Red was going to be staying here, but you know.
Well, he had an old topic of nostalgia factor of old TV shows.
Oh my god.
What?
Do you even need to ask where I'm about to go with this?
What, the old Pokemon shows?
No, Beast Wars. Yep, there it is. Right, yeah. You're gonna hate Red so fucking much because I'm gonna go on a tirade about Beast Wars again.
We made an entire video about that.
There's a series. I still have to edit the other 2 episodes.
So why do we need to go on a podcast tirade? I was gonna bring up a relevant show.
Oh, Beast Wars isn't relevant now, is it?
But you're taking my words out of context.
Just for the record, Boom hates it when I talk about Beast Wars.
Cause he won't let me do no sleep till Brooklyn.
God, it was my video, Boom.
Yeah, but now it's the podcast, so I get to do it too.
Fair enough. This is a joint effort, but this is going on my channel. Moving on, though.
Yes.
So let's talk about some old ass TV shows.
Can I start with my favorite '90s show?
No, we're talking about Beast Wars first. We'll talk about your 90s
Okay.
shows. It's about nostalgic TV shows, Boom.
This is true. This is true.
So, the nostalgia factor for Beast Wars for me, like, I don't even know where to start with it. I remember watching Beast Wars when I was extremely little, and like just thinking, like how, cause I was a dumb little kid, right? And I thought literally any animal could be a transformer at that point. You know what I mean? Just like any car could be a transformer, right?
Oh yes, or toaster. Yes. I shot. Do you know the old Transformers? I laughed, he laughed, she laughed, the toaster laughed, I shot the toaster. It was a grand old time.
I've never said. What is that from?
I think it's a reference to a D&D joke. Also, hi.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Snow. It's now a try podcast.
Nice.
Try
fine.
podcast. I'm gonna.
哦，佢仲有一樣嘢
Damn it!
Okay.
I accidentally punned again.
What's that?
Try
No, it's fine.
podcast.
Well, yeah.
Also, you missed our sponsors this
still
week.
neat. Oh, that being.
We're sponsored by sponsored by Pokemon Centers this week.
Ooh, rad.
Yep.
Awesome.
Use code
That's pretty cool.
use code Best of Nothing to get a free night stay at your local Pokemon Center.
Nice. Might send this to my brother and my mom who play it, so that'd be cool. Pokemon Go?
Okay.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
when it
but
comes,
we are currently talking about the nostalgia factor of old TV shows,
yeah.
just to fill some time.
Oh, dude, don't get me started. Pardon, sorry. I'm eating homemade French fries. Huzzah.
Ooh. So when it comes to Beast Wars, like there's so much nostalgia to the I mean just with Transformers in general, not even just Beast Wars, you know what I mean? Like the old Transformers series I watched, like it was the one with the keys and the mini cons, I think it was. And honestly, watching Starscream go through this whole arc and then it all ends with Starscream basically going, "Hey Unicron, eat my ass!"
Wow.
And then he fires his
Nice.
he fires his null rays up at Unicron and fucking dies. So poor Swindle.
Yep.
Cause Swindle was super sad about Starscream dying.
That's true.
I love that one
Although-
scene though, because it's just like, I know it's not 90s, it's one of the more modern Transformers, but in my personal opinion, it's Starscream's biggest, most greatest moment, because he's just throwing everything he got at Unicron.
That's cool. I was just gonna mention, since we are on the subject of, like, say, Beast Wars, I was just gonna say, I think my favorite character was definitely Megatron. Yes.
You're a bit late to that. What was it? Episode 2, the second podcast. I did the whole thing about the Therminizer.
Yeah. Although, let me ask you this: how much of a pointless or somewhat, I guess, kind of well, except for the end, like, was that golden disc? Like the words. That golden disc that was like a Deus Ex Machina at the end, and like, oh my god, Dinobot. Ah, no, my heart. Ah, yeah.
Dinobot's sacrifice is the single greatest. Like, Coda Heroes is the single greatest episodes of Transformers. Period. Not just Beast Wars. All of Transformers.
Yeah. Honestly, I think if they bring it, if they ever think about making like a reboot, a proper one in my eyes,
They were
Beast Wars, they gotta do it
talking
right.
about a Beast Wars reboot on Netflix.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Now, let me ask you: Beast Wars, Beasties, or Beast Machines? Let me explain what I mean. Over here in Canada, where it's ice cold and we have polar bears everywhere and igloos. Over here, it was called Beasties instead of Beast Wars. Little fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But I guess my question is, which ones did you guys like better? Beast Wars or Beast Machines? Which was the sequel?
Probably Beast Wars.
All right.
And I'm curious where Chan has.
No idea. He probably died or something.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Someone was just talking to me. I got a call.
Okay.
So,
I had to take it real quick. It was my boss making sure that I got the memo that I'm coming in tomorrow.
okay. I mean, all right, but I asked you two like a question about like which one do you prefer, Beast Wars or Beast Machines, the sequel?
You shut the fuck up about Beast Machines and never bring that shit up ever again. I despise Beast Machines with a passion. I think it's dumb. I think it's lame. I think it shits all over what Beast Wars was, and I never want to hear anyone talk about it.
Honestly, you're right in all those regards. Right.
It completely shits all over what Beast Wars established and what did. Granted,
Yeah.
we got some new allies that were kind of cool. Noble, Megatron Noble, he was cool.
Oh,
The Bat Kid, he was cool. The fact that
Yeah, that-
Silverbolt was just some Viacon, lamest fucking shit ever. The fact that Rhinox was corrupted and turned into that big fucking thing, fucking stupid.
Tankor.
I
Yeah.
hate beast machines with a passion. They all look so fucking creepy and ugly too.
I actually like Savage Noble, the werewolf that turns into like that giant demi dragon thingy.
Yeah. Okay. So look, Savage and Noble, like that, I call him Megatron Noble because that's who he was in the end. He was just Megatron.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
You didn't watch the end of the series?
Well, no, like, see, I was only able to view the first half, and then
Yeah.
the channel I
yes,
had it on either, no, you know.
Yeah. Savage was
go.
just pretending the whole time. He was actually Megatron.
Wow, that dragon son of a bitch.
Yep. It was because of his whole mutation thing that went through the city or whatever. It was a bunch of bullshit. Fucking beast machines suck. I will say the flower chick, she was cool.
Yeah, she was pretty cool.
The fact that
Yeah.
Rat
Although
Trap had a huge crush on her was hilarious.
Yeah.
Because
So,
I would never think of it, but you would never bring up beast machines in my presence again.
Okay.
So-
Boom, your turn.
there is only one correct answer to the best cartoon of the 90s. What is it?
Angry Beavers.
Wrong.
No, you're wrong.
Aw. Well, shut up. I'm
Okay,
Canadian. I like
let
that
me
one.
think. 90s. How far back in the 90s are we going?
Lasted over
Oh.
12 seasons.
Is it Ed, Ed and Eddie?
No.
That was a good show though.
Damn.
My personal
Aw.
opinion
Yeah,
is
it
the
was
best
decent.
the best cartoon growing up for me, Samurai Jack.
Also
That's cool.
decent, but wrong.
Well, I mean, some people have opinions, some people have wrong opinions.
Well, so what's the answer, Boom? I'm curious.
It's the Animaniacs.
Of course, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It is pretty good.
Okay,
I mean,
here's
dude,
my
can you imagine?
here's my hot
Oh,
take about
well,
Animaniacs.
Okay.
It's good,
Okay.
but I don't know. It's just not.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's just not enough for me. You know what I mean? Or
Well,
it's just like I just.
Yeah.
Sometimes just the humor kind of falls flat sometimes. But Grant, I think that's just because I really wasn't able to watch Animaniacs all that often when I was a kid.
Mm.
And I had to watch it when I was older. Kind of like the same thing with Invader Zim. I watched like 2 episodes of Invader Zim when I was little because it just wasn't on. And
That's not scientifically possible. Right.
granted, the 2 episodes I watched, I do remember them being funny. I do remember because there was this one
Yeah.
line I will never forget out of the episode that I fucking love. And he's like, "You can't hypnotize me. I'll just close my eyes." "Oh, you'll have to open them sometime. You have to breathe eventually." He's like, "No, wait. What do my eyes have to do with breathing?" And
So he confuses them. That's pretty funny.
the one line I remember from Invader Zim, and it always cracks me up, just because he has no idea how human biology works.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I
And
mean,
to me,
oh, go ahead.
to me, the reason that Animaniacs was so funny was the relevance,
Yeah.
Okay,
and especially
you're
if
not,
you know the history.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Animaniacs was always relevant. They always had good things. I'm just like, like as much as people like praise the Animaniacs, like there are some episodes that are not as good as we remember them. To be fair, you know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, but Slappy the Squirrel remains a human treasure.
she's my favorite. It's like, oh my god, favorite part. Really. But honestly, the reason why I like it, if I may, is mainly 2 things.
Snow. Boom, you there?
And he's dead.
Yep.
I'm here.
I will say this though, like like I will admit there are episodes of Animaniacs I like. There are good jokes in Animaniacs. I still say that the fact they got away with fingerprints is like beyond how the fuck did they get away with that?
This is true.
And the fact that they're still getting away with that shit nowadays.
Well, you do
With turn on the black light. It's just a giant black dance club. That's nothing unusual there. The fact that they're still getting away with shit makes me so happy.
Well, you so you do know that they rebooted it, right?
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's from the reboot.
Yeah. Do you remember the bun buyback?
I haven't actually watched much of the reboot. I've just seen the trailer for it.
Okay, so there was one part of an episode that I watched today.
I don't have Hulu. They're on Hulu, right?
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
I don't have Amazon Prime. I'm not gonna get it anyways.
I'm gonna look.
Get to the story, please. I don't want more dead.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, they have an army of buns that are like bunnies, and they just refer to them as buns. And Yakko Warner pulls out his phone and goes, who is experts in dealing with this? I have an idea. And he calls Australia. And he goes, how are you guys on buns and dealing with buns and the bun buyback? And he goes, well, yeah, I'll take that. And then a plane comes over and drops a bunch of dingoes.
Of course, they just call Australia.
And then it just goes and it just deadpans to, yes, here's it's just deadpans to them as you're watching the dingoes. G'day, g'day, g'day.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I like that.
Oh
I'll come
god.
back.
That reminds that reminds me of like in the third Aladdin movie where Genie Genie gets the palace all secure and Aladdin introduces Genie to his dad, the King of Thieves, and he just gets like it just turns into like hellscape difficulty from Payday 2 with all the fucking SWAT team coming in. Police assault in progress.
Yes.
Code red. God.
Come back.
Oh, I miss him so much. We all miss him dearly.
Yeah.
Why did
Yeah.
he have to go? Why did Robin Williams have to go?
Well, that was well, that's really hard to say, I guess. But
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
to be
Anyway.
less depressing,
Indeed.
yeah.
I will say
yeah.
that fucking okay. I'm about to date
Mhm.
this video way harder than I've ever dated anything before. Yakko's
Okay.
World, but it's just
Yeah.
the number of coronavirus cases and they explode was a video that had me dead on the ground.
Well,
Like when he gets to China and everything slows down and it just fucking nukes China. I didn't know what the fuck to say. I was dying.
right.
And the fact that they cranked up the gain on Italy like super hard when he got there was like like I just
Italy.
it just like well here's what happened they crank up the gain so it's like 3 times louder than it should be and it's just a huge explosion.
Right.
It covers most of Russia, I think.
Yes. And then
but,
you've got
mhm.
I want to say Slappy the squirrel, and when what was Slappy's cousin?
Nephew.
Are
I
we
think
ever
it was.
Nephew.
are we gonna talk about how sexualized Hello Nurse was?
Well, yeah, that was
Oh,
the joke, and I was
that
like,
was entirely the
it
joke
kind of
of
leads
it.
to what I
I know, but
yeah.
I was just like as a kid, I didn't know what to make of it. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, do you
And
have
then you
any
just
idea
had
how much
Dottie going, men.
sorry,
Man.
bleh. Yeah, I was just gonna say, can you you guys have like, do you guys have any idea how much like adult jokes they were able to slide past the censors? It was hilarious.
Like I just literally said, like the
Exactly.
fact they got away with
Yeah.
fingerprints. Like
Yeah. See, I was gonna say that before I died, but
it's like the most usual suspect of that one. It's just like Dustin plays for prints. I found prints. No
no
fingerprints.
fingerprint.
Looks at Prince.
Hey, I
Prince
think
looks at
so.
her. She's like, "That's not happening."
Hey,
Tosses him out the window. Like
yeah, it's like
I
I
can't
think so.
I can't believe they got away with that.
And
Yeah.
Blacklight.
Well, Blacklight's from the reboot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
But
that's
still,
I
the
was like,
fact that
that's
they can actually
nothing.
get away with it.
in this day and age, that's like here's the thing. It's not as good as it was back then. But in this current day and age, the fact that they got away with that is great. The fact that there aren't like hordes of people trying to cancel Animaniacs shows you that they still got it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was gonna mention that fingerprints thing before I died, but
Yeah.
oh well. Oh well. Anyway, so
So how much
what's
time do we have left?
Let's see here.
yeah, how much time we got?
Oh shit! Wrong button. Damn it. My phone's
Because
being
I know
stupid.
that yeah, 'cause I
Yeah,
know that I have to go, and then I'll come back.
we got
with
about
them.
4 minutes left.
4 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I know that I have to go in a bit. Then I'll come back for the session. But
Well, we're starting the session right after this, but I guess we could take like maybe a half-hour break. I do want to play a bit of Fallout 4.
yeah, there's that. Yeah.
All right.
So, you know,
kidding.
wrapping
Okay.
up on Animaniacs, honestly,
Yeah.
you know, it's just a national treasure. The greatest, well, I want to stick with the greatest, but
Don't-
G.I. Joe was the 90s too.
Okay, so be careful about that because it's like Animaniacs is good, but I think there are plenty of other good shows that came out that they have enough going for them. You know what I mean? Now, Animaniacs was just special because the shit they got away with. You know what I mean? Like, I still say the one episode with Pinky and the Brain, and Brain makes Pinky super smart, and he's like, okay, why do my plans keep failing? And Pinky literally says, after doing all the calculations, you're the reason your plans are always failing. And he's like, this failed.
What?
You're not smart. Fuck off and make you stupid again. It was like my
Yeah.
favorite thing ever because it's just like, oh god, he's his own worst enemy, and Pinky is actually not responsible for any of the problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think like either it was kind of hinted at, or maybe it's just whatever that Pinky was actually the smart one all along, and
Yeah.
Brain's the insane one.
Yeah.
Yes. That was kind of the joke once you actually started watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like you'd be surprised at how much stuff Pinky actually knew before that whole like smart juice got pumped into him. You know what I mean? Like that thing, the procedure.
Yeah.
But anyway, bleh.
And that also reminds me of the episode where everybody got swapped.
Oh, yeah.
And you just had the pigeon with the dog, the cat with Pinky,
Oh gosh, that's cool.
and it was phenomenal comedy just because you were just watching through it and you're just going, yeah, that's about how that would go, wouldn't it?
Yep. But yeah, but I think it's what I'm gonna split.
Okay. Yep.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Yeah, about time that we end the podcast. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been
Take it easy.
a bash. All right. You guys say goodbye to the audience, Boom?
Goodbye, audience. We shall be back next week.
Boom, you steal my line one more fucking time.